It's Pete from Cheap Homesteading, and today we're going to be installing the front gate in the barnyard. We are going to have, the front gate's going to be more conventional. It's going to be like brace posts, and the gate's going to be hung on it. I put in these 4 posts last year with the Hilti hammer, and I'm kind of glad I did, so we can do that traditionally. But the rest of it, there's too much rock, and we're just going to have to tie in my cedar rail fence into that. So I thought, you know what? I got the page wire from Peavey Mart this week. And I thought if I get the actual gate installed and braced and everything, then we can start hooking in the rest of the rail fence to it. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to install the gate and brace the posts. So let's go. So I got this fence at Peavey Mart. It's Range Master fence. It's kind of a cheaper fence. Class 3 fence. It's made by, what's that, Diacro. It's made in Mexico, I guess. A lot of the stuff is. And I got this roll of wire. I thought that was going to be expensive, but that was $40, so that really wasn't too expensive. So this is the gate I got. I got this from a buddy at work. He had an old farm. We're going to have to change the mesh in it. I'm going to wait till it's all hung, though. We'll kind of stretch that out when it's hanging on the post, but I think this is going to work real good. So the first thing we're going to do is put a brace in. This is our main post. This is a brace post, and you need to connect this post with that one, so when you stretch the wire around, it won't pull this one that way. So we are going to put one from about here down to the lower part of this post. I've seen American style ones where they have one post right across. It's easier to install, but you know what? You're supporting the top of this post to the bottom of this one. It's actually a lot less leverage on this whole post. And I think when I'm hooking into this style fence, I think it's just going to be a whole lot better. So first thing I'm going to do is mark probably 40 inches. So that's where I want to put in my brace. I want to put this one in at about 10 inches right here. The first thing we're going to do is cut a notch here, and then on the other side we're going to cut the notch in the upward direction, so when you put it in, it's going to shove the brace post into that notch. We are going to use wire to stretch it all together, so after it's all done, it's going to be super, super strong. I'm going to use a chainsaw to cut the notch. This chain is super dull. I haven't got around to sharpening it, so you're going to see me struggle a little bit anyways. So let's cut it. It's out of gas. Let's try that again. Hey, so basically the brace post goes in here and you want it to push up on here and push down on this surface because I end up running wire that'll tighten it up the other direction. So this is a really strong way of putting a post, because right now it moves around, and if you don't brace it properly, the post will start leaning. So I'm gonna measure from down here to here, and that's 79 inches. I'm gonna cut it at 80 inches. You don't need a bigger post to do this. It's actually a fairly small cedar, so I think I'm going to use this. So now that we got the brace in, we're gonna put a wire from here to here, and then we're gonna tighten it up and it'll pull these posts together into this brace. We're gonna put one staple in here. And where did I mark that? And one staple down here. Push it through. You're gonna do that at least twice. Okay, so this is this brittle wire I had. This is that brittle wire I had. I'm going to use it for my bracing because it needs to be bent less. At least that's what the theory is. Okay. And then I hammer in this. wire's installed, but it's all loose. So now you just get a small stick, put it in here and keep wrapping it till it's tight. And you want to do it close to here because it'll lock it against this post. I throw a staple in here so it can't move. Probably nicer ways to do this, but this is the way I learned. And it is super, super strong. You can't move it. The gate is going to be hung this direction, so that's mainly the gate's going to be closed. If I do leave the gate open, put a tractor through, I'm going to leave a strategically placed block so I can just set the gate on it so it's not going to pull on the post. Because really, there's not a lot of support this way. And really, if I wanted to do it good, I could put in another brace post, but I am not digging another hole in this ground. It's just going to be miserable. So this is really, really going to work good. I'm kind of getting itchy to put page wire on it and get the gate hung. So I'm going to finish this side, and then I won't bore you with doing the rest of it. So now we're putting the page wire in. You kind of roll it, and then I try to go right in between the knot like that. So the staple kind of holds it when you tighten up the page wire. So that's kind of what I like to do because you're going to be pulling the page wire around the post, and that is going to keep it from slipping. This might be overkill, but I put a staple there, staple here, and bent it back over. So there is no way that is going to move. So we got to get this roll just around here, and then we're going to have to try to pull it back and get some tension on it. So what we have to do now is pull the page wire around the post. You kind of braid it through the wire. Got the page wire on. She's all fastened down. I think that's going to be good. I want the outside to look like this. So it's kind of a little impractical for goats because I think goats can climb up on that pretty easy. So I'm gonna have to put my electric fence at least on the inside a little bit to try to keep them off at least the gate anyways. I'm gonna have to have electric fence along here for predators and to keep the goats from trying to get out either. That took a little longer than I thought. I'm gonna hang the gate now. I just wanna see some real nice progress. We'll get the gate up, it'll get all tightened down, and then we can actually get a good look at what the barnyard is gonna look like. I still have to do the other side, run some page wire, do a brace post and everything, but it is coming along. Now we're gonna install the gate. This is really gonna start to come together when the gate's hung, and we'll get a good look at it. So I ordered these gate hangers on Amazon, and they said they're 5/8. I measured that. I don't know what I was measuring, but I got it wrong. But I'm only using these for goats, so it doesn't really matter. I might go and see if I can have buy 5/8 hold gate hangers. If I can't find that, I'm just gonna put a bushing or something. There's no way the goats are gonna wreck that. I think that's gonna work good. I really don't understand what I was doing. It's kind of crazy. Put it here because it's gonna miss the wire on the other side. Just gonna mark that. And this one here, I'm gonna go old school, just the hand drill. Hopefully I don't regret it. It took me 4 hours just to get 2 sides of the gate braced, page wire stretched, put the gate in, get it working. But you know what? If I would have did the rails, I probably would have got most of the rest of the rails done today. It always takes so much longer just to get a gate put in or a door or whatever it may be. But now the gate is in, at least this one anyways. So next Saturday we could probably do the rest of the rails. I'm going to show you how it turned out. I think it turned out pretty good. So that's how it turned out. I think it's going to work good. I had to brace these posts because the gate kind of really pulled on it. It's not the prettiest using T-posts, but it is definitely functional. You have to lift up on the gate a little bit. But I do like the way it turned out. I think it looks good. I definitely see some progress happening. It's kind of nice to actually see a gate is starting to close in. So I'm thinking about putting some page wire inside these rail fences because I kind of like the way this is. It kind of keeps the predators from coming through the fence very easily. And it keeps the goats from getting out. I'm gonna have to redo the fence on this gate. I'll just stretch some more of this smaller page wire over it, and I think that's gonna come out nice. So there you go, that's all the time I have for today. I'm gonna start cleaning up and heading in, but you guys have a good one.